Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's our first pig move, so I'm going to be setting up these O'Brien step-in posts, and this will be their first time on hot wire. So I am going to set this wire up, set it in such a way where we know they're not getting through it, that they're getting trained to it, and we're going to let these pigs in this new paddock. It's fenced in, so it shouldn't be a major issue if they do get through the electric wire while they're learning. But this is my first time and their first time, so let's see how it goes. Well, I got the fence set up. One of them has touched it so far. I thought I was recording, but apparently not. So I have two strands running through here. As you can see, this paddock they're in is well past due of them moving on. We just got a couple days behind here. But they'll move on once they see this gate's open over here in just a minute. Chickens will end up touching it too, some over here, I'm sure. I just have it run to my IntelliShock 60 at the moment. There, a pig found it. And they're all tangled up in it. I'll have to shut it off and go fix that real quick. Come on, pig. Hey, pig! They've definitely found it a few times. They're trying to run through it at the moment, which is why you want to train them inside of a fence, you know, that has a good physical fence to keep them in, because sometimes they'll want to run through it, and you got to teach them to back up away from it. So we're gonna keep an eye on them here and make sure nobody gets hurt or gets tangled up in it, and hopefully they'll come in this fresh paddock here where they have all this green stuff. Come back and update you and show you how they do here. Hey guys, happy Saturday. We are here checking on pigs. This is day 2 of them on electric fence. They were just on for a short time yesterday evening, and we're going to see how they're doing this morning. No pigs in here yet.
3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 right here.
Looks like maybe there's been a few in here this morning.
Where are you putting that?
Oh, they found the wire.
We've had like 4 touches already.
Here, pigs.
Dad,
What?
do you think I could get over that?
Yeah? Just don't land on it.
I got over top of it, Dad.
Okay.
Now I just have to get through this mud pit.
Chicken out here.
Uh-huh.
I know, right? And there's mud on them now.
Be good. Go that way.
Okay. Good. Slow.
That way.
Let's just try to get Even we can just get a couple at a time of it. Edge up a little closer to Jake. Yeah.
Probably just the wire.
Yep.
And she came back out. You want me to move these bowls, Dad?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can if you want to. Oh, this sucks. We need the tractor. Alright, plan B. Why does this stuff never go as easy as it does for everyone else on YouTube? I think that's probably the power of editing for them. What do you guys think? Alright, here we go. You ready? James, I need you to keep an eye on the gate and tell me when I get to the gate, okay? Yeah, it's gonna fit.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, it was the mud. It was like the mud.
Alright, stay back. I'm gonna finish pulling it, okay?
Alright.
Still good back there, Kale?
Yeah, there's one big, but it's a little further back.
Alright, here we go. Stay clear. There'll be more coming in and out. There you go.
That one came over from here to over there.
Good job. Good job. We got 4 of them in here now. How about that?
Dad, is a thing of feed 60 pounds?
50.
50?
Yeah.
I can't carry it then.
I can carry it, but I don't know how far I can carry it.
Here's what they're coming from. They were in there about 3 days too long, and then we got a major rain, so it turned it into a swamp mud pit, which made it not fun to move them either, to move their feeder. And here's what they're coming into, the before. So we will come back through and show you guys the after, which should be in about a week's time, maybe 5 days. We'll see. piggy in there. So we've had the pigs just 1 week today, and I can tell you already, just in a week, that these guys love grain, but they would rather be foraging. They'd rather be rooting around in the dirt and the mud and grass. They like to come through and just graze the top of grass and the seed heads. The chickens love them because they're flipping over the dirt, and the chickens get the bugs and the worms and things they're flipping over. And it's just funny that they turn so quickly into a kind of a symbiotic relationship with each other. But I would say the vast majority of the bacon and pork and just all the cuts of pork that you can think of that I've eaten in my life, and probably most of you have eaten in your life, this is not how that pork is raised. Most of it's raised in a barn inside with some not so favorable, well, I'll say not natural conditions for these pigs. You can see this is what they want to be doing. They're happy. They are being a pig right now. But most of them are raised on concrete floors in large swine houses or barns, and pigs are super smart and they get bored easy. And this is one way to keep them entertained. This is one way to keep them busy and happy. But when they're inside on a concrete floor and they're not able to root around, they get bored, and that makes them angry. And they actually will attack each other. A lot of pig farmers actually will cut the tails off of all their pigs, because they'll come through and actually bite the tail off of each other because they're bored. They're looking for something to do, and it makes them angry, and they kind of get, they see that tail wagging around, and they'll actually bite it off just out of sheer boredom and anger. And that's not going to be a problem for these pigs. They're going to be raised on pasture and in the woods. Pastured and forested pork makes a difference for the pig, for the quality of life, but it makes a difference for you and me. That pork is going to be much more nutrient dense that comes out of these pigs here. You're going to see a difference in color and texture and marbling and flavor, but beyond that, you're going to see a big difference in the nutrient density. The pork industry has coined the term the other white meat. It's not supposed to be white meat. It should be rose pink or even dark pink when they're raised properly. So how you farm the food makes a difference in the end quality. Not all pork is created equal. This is about the same spot that I filmed from at the beginning. This is 7 days later, and here's how they did. So I think they did pretty good for 7 days. We've moved them just across where they were. They're off into that next section right there where you can see their feeder. And we're going to take them right out a gate and around. This paddock actually already gives them access out the gate. And then they'll start in these wood lines and work their way this way, cleaning up brush and multiflora rows and other things along the wood lines. So getting pretty excited to see what they can do in some heavy stuff here.